All right, there we go. You see it, BPMX. What's up, guys? Sniper Nick back in the building. Should go over this live trade here, BPMX. So you can see we got a nice $809 profit. I did leave a lot on the table here. My execution as far as the sell was a little bit sloppy. I did love my buy on this play. I really did. But my sell wasn't the best. I definitely left a lot on the table. But took the meat of the move and got a nice profit overnight in about an hour and a half of trading time. So jumping into the trade here, as you can see, what I was buying was a multi-month breakout. The stock also had news on this day, and it was seeing great volume compared to its past volume. So now we'll jump into live action before I bought the stock. So I'm watching it. It is on my radar because it's up 26%. So it's at the top gainer list, and it's also it's 150. So I'm really starting to scan to see what could be good for power hour. Now I don't like buying at the highs around 150, so I waited, and as you can see, 220. We speed the clock up a little bit. We get a crack, and now there's my buy line, as you see. Unfortunately, I missed the buy. I missed recording the buy, but what I did is I actually got to grab it basically right almost at the bottom of that crack. So I was watching it as it cracked. It did get a quick bounce, but I was able to grab it towards the bottom of that crack. Now my plan was I was going to play it. Basically, I love that it bounced off VWAP, and I also love the 0.205 support, which was also the breakout. That's the multi-month breakout. So with the spot that I had, I am extremely comfortable with my cut. Now I'm literally just letting it play out. So going back to it, just jumping, showing you guys the breakout here in live action. So we are getting a nice green candle. As you can see, also nice volume. So we get a nice volume push, a nice green candle push. And we're moving. So I'm just waiting now, and I'm waiting for this to play out. So as you can see, now we are getting a little bit of a test of that 21.922. It does look like it could dip, but I'm not panicking at all. I'm basically just letting my play out. It's 2:45, so we do have some time. I am considering, since it is holding, I do like that it's holding this 22 support. I'm also now considering about rebuying. I'm thinking about putting more into this position. I only have, I think, $3,500. So with my support, with the cut, and this extra support that it's forming, I think I'm safe to go ahead and start to think about adding into the close. Now we're over the day trade, the pattern day trade rule, so we can add and get out without wasting the day trade. So knowing that I have that, I'm now watching it, and if it doesn't crack a little bit and it holds this for a little bit longer, I do want to wait towards the end of the day. I'm gonna look to add. So let's see. So it does look like it tried to perk up a little bit, and now we're getting some down ticks. And let's see where this down tick stops. It is 305, as you can see now. The down tick stopped around 21.8. And we see it hold. Now, ideally, I would love for it to push towards that high a day. It being a multi-month breakout, if it pushes towards that high a day, and with the volume that it had, if it pushes towards that high a day, there's good odds that we're going to get a gap up tomorrow. It also has news, so there's good odds that we're going to get a gap up tomorrow. So ideally, I would love it to hold this support that it made at 21.8 and push towards that high a day, and we can secure for a nice little gap up tomorrow. Unless we get a really big push. If we get a really big push into the close, I'm cool with securing. So now, actually, I'm as the volume is pretty light now, as you can see, I'm just looking and I'm waiting for this to play out. So into the end of the day, unfortunately I missed it. It ended up actually pushing. I got a nice little volume perk where I rebought on the volume perk as it was breaking. That it made a 22 resistance that it made from like 3 to 340. Broke that around like 345, 350. I rebought and added more shares to give me a total of like $5,400 in it. And then we got this right here. So this is an after hours push, jumping a little bit further, going to a fast forward. You can see it's 428 here. So this is a nice little after hours push that we're getting. And like I said, if it got a good enough push, I was fine with securing some. Since I did add, I decided, hey, I could go ahead and secure some in the bag. I might as well go ahead and secure a quick $400 in an hour, right? $400 in an hour. Who gets paid that? A lawyer, maybe. No, actually, there was a lawyer who works with me. This is while I'm working. It literally only took me, 45 minutes of basically passive watching. You didn't need to watch full leaf with this one. Made that clear support. So you're playing that support. And, you had your thesis set. As long as you grab it at a good spot, like where I got it, I was very patient on my buy. I waited for that crack. I could have bought at the high when it was testing high day at 140, and that just would have been, it would have been really tough. I probably would have cut for a loss. But the fact that, it held that 21.8, that 22 support, and that 21, ideally that .205 support throughout the day, and then it pushed more at the end of the day. It's, I should have thought, like I said at the beginning, it was a sloppy sell. I should have known this thing could have went more, but I do like securing the bag. Always play it safe. Like I said, $400 in an hour, I'll take that. So I end up going ahead and trimming about, I think this was a half sell, maybe a little bit less. But I do end up securing that bag. It's around, I think it gets secure like 300 something towards 400 on this one. So anyway, there's my sell. So you guys can see the sell right there. All right, and now let's jump into tomorrow. So we get into tomorrow's action, and check this out. We get a huge gap up pre-market. It's already gapping up. The news must have carried over, and we're getting a nice little push into the open. I actually didn't think it's going to gap up this much, so I'm actually ready to secure the bag whenever. I should have thought this thing could actually run. It could definitely easily been a gap and runner. But what I did, you see my buy way down there. I decided I can go ahead and secure the bag. So as you can see, the market just started here. It's 9:30. We had that beautiful gap up. And honestly, this sell here, it was more of a lack of preparation. If I definitely was busy. I forgot what I was doing this night. I didn't really get to go over this trade too much. And if I could have, I probably would have made another $300-400. But jumping into this play, let's see how I finish it out. I just saw that I was up so much again, seeing that, this big gap up, and I do love taking me to the move, so it definitely wasn't the worst of executions, but I definitely, if I prepped more, and hey, after playing this one, I'll know better for the next time. The more plays you see, the better. But anyway, jumping into this, as you can see, it does try to spike up a little bit to test that 28 pre-market high. It gets rejected. It did create that 26 support pre-market. I could have used that as a cut, and I probably should have. But it being a minute into the market, sometimes you just want to secure the bag and get on with your day. And that's what I decided to do. Again, it gapped up more than I thought. With the previous news and with the momentum, I knew it could go up a little bit more, but I didn't think it would go up a lot more. So I decided I'll go ahead. I did only have, I think, $2,000 left. So I'll go ahead and secure the bag, and that's what I did. And we locked in profits. And as you can see, it never, this is that first dip. It's in the second minute of trading. It is dipping a little bit more now. And the profit that I secured, it was $810. So you gotta love that. You gotta love that. And in about an hour and a minute of trading the next day of trading time, $810. Where do you see that? Like I said, the lawyer at my office doesn't even make that. So let's get this money. This is how we grow a small account. And let's check what happens. I was holding that 26 pretty nicely. This is a little snapshot of the rest of my 400. This is me getting back to my desk. Sometimes at 9:30, I do like to sneak away to the bathroom for about 10 minutes, just for the first 10 minutes, especially when I have a position, just to secure. So there's me getting back to my cube. And so there we go, secure the bag. So jumping a little bit fast forward at the 10:30, check this out, guys. It gets all the way up to 31. And our average position was like around 21.2 or something like that. Crazy. It's at 31 right now. 31.3. So left, 10 cents. That's a 10-cent a share opportunity there. So anyway, check us out, guys. That was BPMX, an $800 win. Jumping into our social media here, guys. Check us out on Instagram. Also, check us out on Twitter. The Twitter feed is actually at The Stock Snipers, and we are discussing. Feel free to reach out to us live during trading hours there as we're waiting on our website to get up. Also, check us out on Facebook. We will be posting all of our watch list up here until we get our site up, so check us out there. And we're paying attention to the biggest movers, so the biggest opportunity, especially for small accounts. Okay, this is the opportunity. This is where you want to play in the market. It's a really amazing thing. Let's learn together, and let's learn how to crush it together. All right, guys, have an amazing rest of your weekend. Much love. Sniper Nick's out of here. See you guys.